You already know that stress is a part of life. Stress is a part of your life. It's a part of my life. It's a part of everybody's life. And as we all scramble to figure out a way to deal with stress, one thing that stands out is the importance of getting to the root of what is causing the stress. We can try all of the remedies in the world, but if we fail to seek out what the cause is, the root of the stressor, of the stress in your life, then we miss the opportunity of potentially either eliminating the root of that cause in that particular, or the root of that stress rather, in that particular stressor, or at least decreasing it, and hopefully decreasing it significantly, if not getting rid of it altogether. So while finding ways of dealing with stress and its effects is very important to proper and effective stress management, we absolutely have to take a look at the root of the problem. What is causing the stress? The important thing to remember here is that sometimes what appears to be the root of the problem, the cause of the stress, may or may not be the actual cause. Sometimes you have to dig a little deeper in order to figure out what the real problem is. Sometimes it's easier to identify something that appears to be the only cause, the only root of the stressor, the problem. But if you were to take the time to dig a little deeper, you'll find out that there may be several layers that are associated with the root of the problem. So what does that mean for you? Why am I telling you this? Well, I'm telling you this because if all you identify is the top layer of that root of the problem, then your efforts in decreasing, significantly decreasing, or eliminating that root of the problem may be compromised. Meaning, you will do your best to try to eliminate the problem, but if you didn't really get the problem at the root, then you didn't really get the problem. It's a little bit like if you've ever experienced, or if you've ever witnessed somebody else experience or heard of somebody else experience when they had something removed, maybe a mole or a tumor or some suspicious cells, maybe precancerous or potentially cancerous cells. One of the things that the surgeon will always pay attention to is making sure that they got it all, that they got all the cells, because even if they leave one cancerous cell behind, that could potentially reignite the growth of that cancer or that tumor or whatever the problem was. This is the same thing. When we're looking for the root of a problem, the root of what's causing the stress in your life, we want to get to the whole root, not just the top layer of the root, not just a little bit of the root, but the whole thing, so that you can effectively address the whole thing. If it's a thing that you can eliminate out of your life and get rid of that one stressor, you're that much more ahead in your efforts to manage stress in your life. If you can reduce it significantly, that's still beneficial, right? Because now you are still effective in your efforts to reduce and manage the stress in your life. But if you just get the top layer, that thing's coming back. You and I both know that. It's just like cancerous cells or tumors or precancerous cells. If you don't get the whole thing, chances are that thing is coming back, sometimes with a vengeance. So it's the same thing. That's why I keep telling you all these different things through these videos. It's so important because stress management is such a multifaceted approach, effective stress management anyway. There is so much to it that we absolutely have to look at all these different things when we are aiming to get a handle on stress and manage it properly and effectively so that it's not running our life and it's not ruining our life. So as you address stress, as you look at the different sources of stress in your life, the different stressors in your life, make sure that you are looking for the root of that stress. Where is it really coming from? The root of that stressor. What is at the bottom of it? What is really the problem? What is really the cause? Where is it really coming from? What is it going to take to either reduce it significantly or get rid of it altogether? So this is why looking for the root of the problem when we're looking at stress, dealing with stress, managing stress properly, we have to be able to get to the root of the problem. Looking at the surface is fine for 5 minutes, but it doesn't really get you true and lasting results. Looking at the surface may be effective in a severe situation or in the moment. So I'm not dismissing the efforts there, but if you want to have significant and meaningful results for your efforts, and who doesn't, then you have to address the problem of whatever is causing your stress, whatever is bringing the stress into your life at its very root. So remember, stress management is a multifaceted approach, effective stress management anyway. There's no one pill cures all, one size fits all, one step solves all. This is a process. It's multifaceted. It takes time and effort. It takes some commitment on your part, but the payoff is well worth it. So it's a little bit like changing one tire on your car versus changing all tires on your car. There's some benefit to that one tire getting changed, getting one new tire, but really the point is to get all 4 new tires all at once. So again, your approach to stress management absolutely has to be comprehensive in its nature. So as we move forward, as the week continues, I encourage you to give this a try and implement this in your own efforts of stress management. Make sure that you're looking at the root cause and make sure that you're digging deep to better understand what is causing the stressor, the particular stressor that you're examining in your life at that particular time. If you're interested in any of my courses or working with me on your stress management, check out the link below.